Attention all small biz owners. At the UPS Store, you can count on us to handle your packages with care. With our certified packing experts, your packages are properly packed and protected. And with our pack and ship guarantee, when we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. Because your items arrive safe or you'll be reimbursed. Visit the upsstore.com/guarantee for full details. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/day to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/day for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where I cannot tell a lie, we're chopping down trees, this is Ballot.
I can't tell a lie, which is why I'm announcing my candidacy for 2028. Let's hit this. The Trump administration has just ordered National Park Service sites to remove materials about slavery and Native Americans. And when I say materials, I mean actual historical evidence, including that famous 1863 photograph of a formerly enslaved man's scarred back that helped fuel the abolitionist movement. Now, Trump's March executive order instructed parks to get rid of anything that inappropriately disparages Americans, which raises the question, who exactly is being disparaged here? The slaveholders? The people who whipped human beings until their backs looked like hamburger meat? At Fort Pulaski in Georgia, they're removing the scourged back. That's the photograph showing a man named Peter, also known as Gordon, whose back was covered in whip scars. This photo was so powerful it shocked the nation in the 1800s and helped turn people against slavery. But now? Too negative for the gift shop, apparently. Over at Manassas National Battlefield Park in Virginia, they're taking down a sign that dared to criticize the lost cause mythology. You know, that charming post-Civil War narrative that painted the Confederacy as noble and slavery as, well, not the whole point of the war. And at Arlington House, Robert E. Lee's old place, they've banned a children's booklet from the Junior Ranger program. The offending sentences? In 1829, Robert E. Lee promised to serve the Army and protect the United States. In 1861, he broke his promise and fought for slavery. That's it. That's what crossed the line. Not sugarcoating treason for the kids. A Manhattan judge ruled Tuesday that Luigi Mangione will not face state terrorism charges for the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson last December. Which means someone finally looked at the legal definition of terrorism and said, yeah, this doesn't quite fit. New York Supreme Court Justice Gregory Caro noted that every murder has the potential to induce some degree of fear, adding that a random murder in the subway will cause riders to feel fearful about riding the subway. But that doesn't make every subway crime an act of terrorism. But then again, most New Yorkers are just happy when they get a seat and don't really worry about the whole murder aspect of the subway. Judge Caro wrote that while this obviously wasn't ordinary street crime, that doesn't mean all non-street crimes were meant to be included within the reach of the terrorism statute. The defendant was arrested at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania while allegedly on the run, which has to be the most anticlimactic ending to a manhunt since the Unabomber got caught because his brother recognized his writing style, or that time a convicted felon became president.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/day to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/day for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed, lab-proven to work fast, and proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
There is one good thing this administration is good at, and it's chopping down plants. Trump is finally getting his White House ballroom, and he's not letting a little thing like the South Lawn get in his way. Work crews have started cutting down trees and digging up parts of the grounds to make room for what Trump calls his $200 million, 90,000 square foot dream dance floor. Right there, you see all the trucks? Trump asked reporters on Thursday, pointing toward the East Wing like a proud homeowner showing off his new deck project. Except this deck costs more than most people's entire neighborhoods and requires relocating the First Lady's office. Now, you might think a project this big would have some paperwork involved. Architectural plans, permits, maybe a rough sketch on a napkin. But no, the White House hasn't released any plans or submitted anything to the National Capital Planning Commission, which is the government body that usually reviews these things. They're basically doing the construction equivalent of ask for forgiveness, not permission. The crews are in what officials call the preservation stage, which sounds very environmental until you realize it means they're chopping down historic White House trees and moving them to an off-site nursery. The National Park Service, which manages the grounds, won't say how many trees are getting the axe, but they assure us they're taking great care to honor the historic landscape. Nothing says honoring history like a chainsaw at dawn. Photos show crews sawing off tree limbs before cutting down entire trees, which is the kind of thing that would get you arrested in most neighborhoods, but is apparently fine when you're building a ballroom bigger than some airports. The East Wing offices, including the First Lady's, have been temporarily relocated, which means everyone had to pack up their desks so Trump could have a really big room for parties. The visitor center also got moved because apparently tourists will just have to wait until the ballroom is finished to see where democracy happens. Trump has wanted this ballroom since at least 2010, when he offered to build one for Obama and got turned down, which means we all know what this is really about. But again, mark my words, we'll have carriage horses by Friday. Trump promises to pay for it with private donations and says he'll write a check if necessary, which raises the obvious question. Who exactly is donating $200 million for a White House ballroom? He's promised to release donor names, but so far that list remains as mysterious as the architectural plans or the plans to release the Epstein files.
You can call me James. I spent 23 years designing aircraft that officially don't exist for agencies you think TV made up. Until I started asking the wrong questions. Navy ships are recording objects moving at impossible speeds. Infrastructure is failing in coordinated patterns. The moon looks smaller than it did 10 years ago. None of this is a coincidence. The official explanations don't add up. This is Paranormal Aliens, where we connect the dots they don't want connected. If you're hearing this, you know where to get podcasts. Follow Paranormal Aliens. New episodes weekly until they shut me down.